So what's going on, guys? My name is no, not that one, not that one. What's going on? I need to create my like Peter has. What's going on, guys? I also need something. That's all. Like something that comes out and it's that. It's like kick ass. You just see it and you know that a great YouTuber is emerging. Something of that sort. It'll come through, but it will just take a bit time. So just finish Avatar right now. It was such a good series, like airbending. Man, I wish I could do that. But it would be so good, just a plate of noodles sitting over here and and the noodle comes flying right into your mouth. Man, that would be so much fun, right? So today I'm bringing you the tips about vlogging. So I know some of you guys might be like, bro, you have only 4 days of vlogging experience and you're giving out tips. But the thing is that even though these 4 days have taught me a lot, like what kind of cuts, what kind of story, what kind of things you should do to bring attention to your vlogs. I know, like, I'm not a trustable source, but if you see, it is a compilation of all the vlogging videos you might see. Because before starting this channel, I have seen all the vlogging videos out there, like Peter McKinnon, Matty Hapoya, MKBHD. No, MKBHD does not do vlogging tutorials. Casey Neistat, everyone. Even some of the Indian YouTubers, I have seen every tip and trick of vlog. I think the first tip should be the story. In vlogging, your story, the thing you're vlogging about, minds a lot. It is, I think, one of the most important things a person should consider about. Like right now, I'm in quarantine, and I'm struggling to get some content because there is not enough good stories which I think are worthy enough to be put in a vlog. Then also I'm vlogging, and if we go to think, vlogging does not have a particular definition. Like everyone can have a different style, different cuts, different way of vlogging the same video. But I'm just gonna go over some basics that I think everyone should know. So the first thing is, it's not important to have a nice laptop. I know most of you think that a laptop and camera are the most essential for vlogging, for shooting the vlogs and editing them. But I think one of the most important things right now is in your pocket. Your phone. Everyone says the only camera you need is right in your phone, and I think it's somewhat true. Right now I vlog on my phone, I edit on my phone. You have to consider that I have a OnePlus 60 and the process is quite fast, but some apps such as KineMaster, I have seen my friends edit videos and time lapses on that too, in Vivos or Oppos. So the phone or which phone you have is not a hindrance. Like right now I'm shooting on the front camera, but if your phone has a crappy front camera, then you can shift to the back camera. There's one disadvantage that you can't see yourself right now like I can, but the thing is that if I'm just seeing at myself, I'm not making eye contact with the camera, and eye contact is another most important. So eye contact is so important because if you are having a eye contact with the camera, you are establishing a connection with the person who's watching the vlog. It's not necessary that the person will enjoy the vlog or not. That comes after you have shot the vlog, edited the vlog and executed it properly. But the first thing that comes is the eye contact. The way you are talking to the camera is like you are talking to a person. The person who is watching the video should feel connected, should feel like he's a friend that you are talking freely to. I know I'm not great at that yet because it's, you guys know, right? 4 days, just 4 days. But I think I'm pretty good. Not as good as Peter McKinnon or any other one. But I think I'm subpar. I can work on it. Yeah. Another tip about vlogging that I want you guys to know is that story matters, eye contact matters, but one of the most thing that people undermine a lot is the b-roll matters. Like sometimes you have to do some kind of things to catch the attention of the viewer. Some people make a lot of cuts for to compensate the lack in the story that they have, so that there is the attention that the cuts grab of the viewer. Some people add crazy ass b-roll, sexy, smooth, slow motion b-roll, just so that the viewer who is watching time to time is getting some kind of cut or some kind of break in between two vlogs, just so that he has the attention on it. So we talked about, I think, b-roll, we talked about attention, we talk about cuts. I just said that some people need to make some cuts to just overcompensate with the story, or some people need to make sexy b-roll and need to put it in between the cuts or in between something that they are saying, just so that they can compensate the lack of the nice story they have or the lack of an uninteresting story. Another thing that I think is very important, it's how you're delivering it. Like if you are just standing over here and just talking with the camera again and again, after few cuts, like you're putting sexy b-roll in between, you're talking with the camera again and again, not moving, you are just staying there, it gets boring. Like after a few time you need to move, you need to do something. It's okay if you have a great setup, you're sitting over there and then vlogging, that's one thing, but a vlog is not, I think, an instructional video. It's, I feel, as the you are exposing your daily life, your adventures, your travel with some. And I think if you are just sitting at a place and vlogging, that's kind of boring. According to me, it's boring. Another thing I want you guys, any of you who see my videos, to avoid is voiceovers. See, I have a bad relation with voiceovers. I don't like voiceovers because somehow I don't feel that voiceovers give the feeling of authenticity. The feeling that a person is conveying at that moment, the thing is happening in front of him, is something that cannot be recreated. It's something that I feel shouldn't be there. Like a lot of people who do voiceovers are successful. A lot of people are successful. Like if you consider Mr. Mobile or what was it? Jerry Rig Everything. Mr. Mobile, Jerry Rig Everything, an Indian YouTuber who gives very bad reactions on tech videos. I just don't want to mention his name because he is superior to me. Like he has, I think, 2 or 4 million subs, and I'm just sitting here at 10 subs and criticizing him. So they have put a lot of work. Keeping Jerry Rig Everything aside, because I love that guy, he's just the best. Mr. Mobile and that other Indian YouTuber I talked about, voiceovers, I don't know. I just don't feel them as they are the correct intention. Like if I'm opening a box and that time I have some kind of reaction, the greatest person who represents the reactions while unboxing is, you should see Lou from Unbox Therapy. That should be the reaction of a person, not like opening oh wow, what an awesome. That shouldn't be the thing. I don't feel, well, I'm on the topic of vlogging, but I don't feel voiceovers should be the way to go. Like it's not only me. I feel a lot of people feel disconnected from the YouTuber while they're voiceover, because they also somewhere and somehow get to know that this thing is a voiceover and he's not reacting at the same time he's opening. Like if it's a sponsored video and you're doing a voiceover and giving out fake expressions, I catch it very easily. So I think voiceovers shouldn't be the way to go. I'm not starting this channel right now as a means to monetize myself, but I think I see somewhere in the future about earning money. But that's not my only purpose. See, if you are trying to start vlogging and trying to start YouTube to just earn money, earn lots of money like these YouTubers do, don't start. And the most important thing I feel a YouTuber, any kind of vlogger or anyone should know is the choice of music. The choice of music, the music you choose depends a lot on how your vlog's gonna be. The music from which you start, like everyone knows, everyone, each and everyone on YouTube knows that you can know a Casey Neistat vlog by listening to the music in the beginning. Like it's just different. Editing to the music you put in it, the vibes you give off from the video are the most important, and that's how in the future people are gonna refer you, or in the future people are gonna come back to you because of something that's memorable to them. Either it's the b-roll, either it's the music, either it's the way you deliver a vlog. A lot of this matters. And one last thing, I know before I said that music was the last thing, but another last thing is the only last thing is the thumbnails you create. Like if you analyze the thumbnails created by Peter McKinnon, Casey Neistat, if you see all the thumbnails and you analyze them, you can see one thing, that their thumbnails are heavily attractive. They are not ashamed to give off certain kind of expressions or do certain kind of things just to make the thumbnail attractive. If you see the Peter McKinnon, like that guy's crazy. I know you might have heard a lot about him in these few days, but I just love that guy so much. And his thumbnails, man, the thumbnails, you just see the thumbnail and you can't resist yourself but to click on it. So I'm trying to make that kind of thumbnails, because if you see his thumbnails, the one thing he has prominent is that he does not write anything in his thumbnails. It's just that the thumbnail and the title of the video are such that it makes the viewer click on the video. Shooting this video, I think that's all for today. Meet you next time. Meet you next time. Meet you next time. Meet you next time. Kind of fit. I've been working out for 7 days. Yeah. Do you like my muscles? Do you like my muscles? Like you can't see enough, right? You can see some lines. Right? I have a pretty beefy hand, right? This all is just fat. I was looking at myself and not the camera that's recording me. See, this mistake just got my viewer's attention. He just noticed that I'm not talking to him, I'm just looking at myself, and he went.